Hi, I'm Steele. And this is Kentville Drums. We're located in Currajong, in the foothills of the Blue Mountains, just outside Sydney in Australia. We do quite a bit of different stuff here. We fix drums, repair drums, we modify drums, and we make parts and ancillary products. We've been privileged to work for some of the biggest names in the industry. Our friends at Black Swamp Percussion asked us if we'd like to make some of our kangaroo hide drum heads as part of their sound solution project, and we said,
yes.
Well, rawhide's been used to make drum heads for thousands of years, and it wasn't until the late 1950s that plastic heads arrived on the scene. Now, the difference in warmth and tone of a rawhide head compared to a plastic head is huge, and try as they might, the plastic head manufacturers can't really replicate that rawhide sound using synthetic materials. All of our kangaroo hides are the byproduct of a culling program which is strictly regulated by the New South Wales Office of Environment and Heritage. Now, kangaroo is one of Australia's national animals, so it probably sounds a little counterintuitive if I tell you that it's actually a really eco-friendly material to make drum heads from. But this is because the culling program is designed to protect the kangaroo populations from reaching unsustainable numbers. They live freely, they're not farmed, and it's not only their hides which are used, but they also provide consumers with an eco-friendly food choice. When we select hides, we look for skins that have an even, supple feel to them. And we then mark these skins to indicate the sizes we can cut from them. After we've cut out our rounds, we thin the hide further, and then each round is placed into one of three thickness categories: fine, medium, or heavy. For the Black Swamp Sound Solution project, we are making 25 medium gauge heads. Well, in the early days of head lapping, flesh hoops were made from wood, such as steam bent maple or beech, like this one here. But these hoops are prone to warping and rolling when they're under a lot of tension, so we make our own flesh hoops out of aluminium, and these are much stronger. They're rolled to a precise diameter before being welded at the seam and prepped for lapping. We can roll any size here, which means we can cater to all sorts of strange vintage needs. We also make heads for various frame drums, including some of the Hinger tambourines used by the Sydney Symphony. Once we have our rounds and our hoops sized up, it's time to lap on. Well, in the old days, the wet hide was just tucked under the first bend of the flesh hoop. Now, this was a pretty fast way of doing it, but it often led to heads coming apart over time. So we lap under and up the outside of the hoop, and that means that the hide can never come untucked. The lapped heads are placed on moulds to dry, which usually takes 2 to 3 days. Then we pop them off, give them a final clean up, and stamp and number them. Now, serial numbers have an F, an M, or an H after them, and this refers to the gauge of the head. Heads are then packed and vacuum sealed before being sent off to their new owners. You can find out more about the Sound Solution project by heading to the Black Swamp website or finding them on Facebook or Instagram. And you can find Kentville Drums in these places too.